Yo guys, what is going on? This is Yoki Man here, and I'm back with another episode of our Football Manager 2017 save with Inter Milan. And in this episode, we'll be playing Real Madrid, and I will recap how we've done so far this season. After our last live con, which we were coming off a loss, I believe, to Sporting, and a frustrating loss, a 3-2 loss to Sporting. I did mention how we had a slow start to the league, but I felt like we could pick up on that. Our form has been okay, it's been pretty decent. I've definitely been toying around with stuff, but I feel like the form's been pretty good. We've lost one game, drawn one game, we've won the rest in the period that I played off camera. So we went and beat Sampdoria 2-0, Perisic and Barbosa scoring. We then went to beat this team, which, there's no chance I'm trying to pronounce that name, but Perisic with 2 and Witsel with 1, and definitely instantly here I was just clearly finding out that strikers just don't want to score too much this season, until this game, where we went up against Trapani. Just not ever going to happen well for me, that is it. But Perisic scored, Berahino got 2 goals, his first 2 goals for the club, and Belotti managed to get a goal as well. We then went to Europe, which is a setting last season in Europe where we just performed so well, but Champions League has definitely hindered us, and we're definitely finding it a lot more difficult, and we drew 0-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. Then played against Pescara, and we beat them 3-0 with Stefan Jovetic getting his first 2 goals of the season, which was great to see, and Carlos Planos as well chipping in with a goal. After that, we went to play Udinese, which I felt like a game we should definitely win. We then went for it towards the end. I probably should have taken the draw, but we went for it towards the end of the game, which left us wide open, and Rodrigo de Paul managed to score for Udinese, which gave them a win. It sees us sitting 5th in the league, but with all the teams up to 2nd on 15 points, it's not as if we're 5th in a dire position. It's more on goal difference, and quite simply, if we keep on winning the league games that we are, I feel like that shouldn't be an issue, especially with the running that we've got after the Real Madrid game. However, this Real Madrid game is pretty much make or break. If we can't get anything from this game, the next game in the Champions League after is Real Madrid again, which I feel like we have to take something from these 2 games, or at least one of the games, and then beat Sporting and Leverkusen, so it puts us in a real tough position, a real hard place to be in. So hopefully today we can perform well enough and we will pick up a win. I've also decided that the next update will be the Milan derby, so we will have the last game of the Champions League. We'll know whether that's going to matter for anything, but I feel like the Milan derby is always a great game to do, so that's the live comment I'm going to do. Anyway, let's get into today's game and hopefully pick up a win against Real Madrid, which I just don't feel like those words often get spoken. Barbosa right, Perisic left, Mario, Banega, Blend, Planos, Jenkinson. She definitely deciding who I want to play up front. Belotti has not cut it for us so far, and Jovetic scored 2 recently. So I'm actually gonna go with what my assistant said, and I'm gonna start Jovetic up front. This may go absolutely terribly wrong, which is highly likely for me in the Champions League this season. Or hopefully we can pick up something. I don't know. Europe, we were so good last year, even against bigger teams. It's just seemed this season's been the Champions League's just been really tough for us. We've definitely, I've noticed, Icardi's been a much bigger loss than I expected, and we've definitely struggled up front, not replacing him, only bringing Berahino in and expecting Belotti to step up. Maybe he can do that eventually, but he's definitely not done that yet. 5 goals isn't terrible for the games he's played, but he definitely can't carry the weight that Icardi did last season, which is a shame. But let's hope and touch wood, guys, that we have a live com here that's going to give me something that gives me hope in the Champions League, because it's looking really dangerous that we could go out. And that's the last thing I want. at least hopefully Europa League again next season would be. That's actually starting to be possibly an aim for me, and I definitely didn't want that. I want us to succeed in Champions League football, but there's going to be some serious overhaul needed, I think, possibly on the squad in certain positions, which is frustrating me. You don't really notice that until you start a season. Players that we've added have actually done pretty well. Daley Blind's been okay. Planos has been a great add. Berahino has not been terrible. He's a great player to have on the books. And Alex Witzel's been a great add. But apart from that, it's been tough. So Murillo, Ever, I just feel like they're going to be too strong. Jenkinson, this is a good position for him to be in, but not when he's doing that. Definitely not when he's doing that. We're doing well so far. Remain calm, score some goals. I'm going to bring Jovetic off and put Belotti on. And hopefully that change can kickstart us. I hope. It seems like it's just going to be one of those games that's really dead. Leverkusen, there was literally not a single highlight, but unfortunately that was a game that I needed to get a snatch and grab like 1-0 win or something, and we just couldn't do it, and the team just fell on deaf ears, everything I said, and unfortunately that meant that we then got put in a position where I now need to pick up something from the Madrid games. I was hoping to just win both Sporting games and both Leverkusen games, and then the Madrid games wouldn't really matter. Berahino on for Barbosa. I think I'll tell him to be more attacking, and I think that's it for now. I feel like Jenkinson's playing well. He's on yellow though. I don't know. I hate when my right or left backs are on yellows because we had so many sending offs. Maybe Jedvaj will come on for Planos. Let's just see how this goes. We've not really done anything in the game, but what's important here is Real Madrid have an either, and do not give Ronaldo that space. This is not nice. Ronaldo has an assist from the crossbar of the post. That's a shame. I just gave him way too much room. Coutinho, that's a great ball in off the crossbar, and it's a tapping from him. Why weren't the defenders rushing to get that second ball? That's what winds me up. Let's go with this. We're going to step up our game. We're going to go more attacking. Jedvaj for Jenkinson. Let's see. I need hopefully a goal. We need something from this game. That's the only problem. Going attacking against Madrid's really dangerous, but we need a goal. Belotti, Banega, Planos, Belotti, Banega, Perisic. Oh my god. I can't even deal with that. If they score again now, I'll be fuming. I cannot even. Perisic playing Belotti. Please, Belotti. Oh my god. 3 clear-cut chances against Real Madrid in the second half, and we don't score. Banega! Yes! It's offside, and I just absolutely insane. That's the most animated I've been. Banega picks it back up. Mario, let's do something now, lads. Not that, though. They're going to tiddle it away. That's a shame. It does say we can't afford. I can't really start going and kicking off. There's chances there at the end of the game that we definitely should have scored. It should have definitely at least been a draw, but I can't really fault them for that performance against Real Madrid. I just can't. I can't. I won't. But the second leg now it's become crucial. It's pivotal that we beat Real Madrid, and then hope to take 3 points from both the Sporting and Leverkusen games, and 10 points hopefully will see us through. But it's actually becoming a point now where it looks like we're playing to finish third and actually still have European football after our first season coming back and being in the Champions League. Definitely hasn't gone the way we wanted it to do, guys, and we're definitely finding it tough being in that competition. And as it just showed there, maybe from watching other people's videos too much and having faith in how good he was last season, but Belotti has not taken up the mantle that Icardi was and the way he played, and unfortunately he's not filled that position. So we will be looking 100% now in January for a striker. There is money there, and I brought this up. I am trying to find players that can play that were trained in Italy, which is the only problem. So really, in terms of strikers, there's not much to go off. Insigne wouldn't be bad. I was actually really trying to get Marek Hamsik. I just think he's an awesome player, and once again, because I'm only going to be doing this season and possibly a season after, I just think he's awesome. I've always liked him. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's rated so well on this. And he can play a shadow striker. And from his stats, to me, he can play a shadow striker quite well, so he'd work in that position. But he works great as a midfielder as well, advanced playmaker or deep line playmaker, and the same advanced playmaker up front. So plus I feel like he won't be ridiculously overpriced. We did go in for him, it was just too late in the window. But really we need a striker, so Laic could come back and possibly play a striker, but he's better on the wing. Yeah, as you can see, his finishing is not good enough to be a striker. He'd be fucking awesome on the left, but we don't really need someone on the left. We've got Perisic and Payet, so it's going to be tough. Immobile would be cheap. Would he get goals? They're saying he technically was. I'm going to re-scout him. But apparently he would have been the best striker at that point. His finishing 17 is the only thing. Icardi's were 19. So his finishing is really good, but he's not, apart from Torino, he's not getting goals for Lazio since he's joined them. So could we get goals out of him? That'd just be the question. But tough time ahead. Definitely some real difficult choices to make on who to bring in. Pato, I actually looked at Pato, but his finishing is so bad. I never knew his finishing was clearly rated in the game, but I never expected his finishing to be so terrible. I thought he did well when he went back over to Brazil. Obviously he didn't do that well, but yeah, his finishing is not awesome, so that put me off him straight away. But we're probably going to have to look outside the homegrown status, and we're going to have to drop a player. Because I was just thinking, right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to be crazy. And I'm just going to splash out stupid, absolute stupid money on a player to play up front. But I haven't fully decided yet, because I was thinking about going for Aubameyang. I think he'd be unbelievable, but his finishing's not awesome. But quite clearly, he's an unbelievable player. But for some strange reason, his stats aren't fantastic, but he's off the ball, so I'm guessing he just puts himself consistently, especially with his pace and whatnot, consistently just gets himself in the right position to score goals. But I'm getting to the point where that's what I was contemplating, just going all out and signing a beast mode striker. I'm still not sure I'm going to do that because that's not really how I normally play FM. I've already spent more money than I would ever spend. The Daily Blind deal is probably the most money I've ever spent on a player on FM. I don't usually do that. I don't usually go for that style of gameplay. That's not normally how I play FM. So it's really interesting to do that for once. And why not continue that in this save? It should be fun. It should be interesting in that manner. So leave comments and suggestions, guys, because I'm really stuck for finding someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. As you saw at the end of that game then, we created the opportunities for us not to score them, albeit the offside goal, but for us not to score them, it's just becoming frustrating for me because I really want this team that we built so far to do well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there because I've rambled on like an idiot for the whole end of this episode. Like, the game finished ages ago. I hope you're all well. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next episode where hopefully we've achieved something against Real Madrid in the second game in that group. Beats me. Thanks for watching, guys.